What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. You're tuned into Square Root Comics. We're a brand new channel, and I welcome you to, and I'm very happy that you're here to enjoy this content. I really hope you do. I recently got back into comics, and I have some grandchildren now into Spider-Man and whatnot, so it's kind of revitalized that energy, and I'm just really into it, so I wanted to create some content. Thank you for joining me today. I'm pretty much excited because I had an opportunity to visit a new LCS, not brand new, but new to me. And when I don't know if this is an LCS, right? Because the L means local. So I went to a CS. I don't know how local it was, right? This was about a 45-minute drive one way. So it's definitely not the closest comic book shop to where I live, but it's not the farthest one away, right? So it's not that unreasonable. For some people, 45 minutes is nothing, right? So anyhow, I went there, not really sure what to expect. I think I read a review online about some boxes in the back, good customer service. When I got there after the commute and whatnot, I only had about a half hour to shop because he was closing up the shop, and he was very gracious to let me, peruse the wares. Let's get into it. What did I pick up, guys? I started going through boxes. This comic, he had stuff, guys, that I haven't seen in the other shops in a different way. I don't know how to explain it. It was pre-1975, so I don't know if that's Silver Age, Bronze Age. I don't know what age it is. All right, but he had some much older stuff and some a little newer stuff mixed in. I'll show you what we got. Number one, this is some Batman comic. Don't know anything about it except this. Boom. I saw that DC logo. Said I'm picking this up. Don't know one thing about it. Looks like it's in decent condition. I give it maybe a 9.4 to start. It's definitely not higher than that. Okay? Could even be an 8.5, maybe in that range. I don't know. Just it's still in the bag and whatnot. We're just thinking about it. But guys, I have to research this a little bit more. But they say with this DC comics with this DC logo like this, it's a certain variant, right? I don't know if it was a multi-pack variant, but these might be a little trickier to come by. And this comic book shop, I found two Flash comics also, but they were so beat up and in such bad condition. There was so many spots on them. I don't know if there was bacteria, mold, I don't know. I was just I'm not messing with this as much as I wanted them. Believe me, I did want them, okay? But let's look at the next comic. All right, so this is, I want to say, 1974. I paid about $20 for this. It's called Giant Size Dracula number 3. I don't know if this is a key. I did quickly just kind of check on eBay, and you can find a raw copy just like this anywhere from $7, a lot of them, to $20. There's one I saw for $50 in near mint. So these are all unslabbed. I mean, you can find this book. It's not super rare. This was in pretty decent condition, okay? That's why I picked it up. He had some other stuff, guys. He had stuff that the covers were held together with tape, rips and tears in them, but they were still pretty cool comics, I just don't know enough about some of these older comics. I didn't want to just start spending money on stuff I really didn't know what I'm doing. Even this, I just bought it just because it's vintage looking and it's got that Dracula and I don't know if you want to say pretty lady on it, right? So yeah, I don't know. A little something different for me to just vary up the collection. I don't even know if I would slab this because, like I said, there's slabs available online, I think, and you can get, I want to say, a 9.2 or a 9.4 for, I think, pretty reasonable. What else? Check out this next one. This is something I did not expect. I remember like, I don't know if I read it or saw the movie or both, but when I was a kid, this was like a thing. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There's like a massive, like, giant squid, I think is what they call it. A giant squid attacks like this submarine. Sorry, spoiler alert. But classic. It's like a classic novel. They made it into a movie. Apparently, they made it into a comic. I did not know there was a comic book of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So I just like saw this in the bin. I don't know what year it's from, but it's in nice shape. It's not like pristine, but it's in nice shape. For $3, I was like, this is kind of neat. So happy to add this. Kind of just represents a piece of my childhood in a different way. So that's cool. And it looks like this is possibly issue 4. So this is like a little mini series, I think. So that's cool. I'll show you what I did pick up. A Star Wars comic of my own. This is from the original Star Wars. It looks like issue 30. Check it out. And you can see it's like a newsstand. And I picked it out because I did like the Princess Leia in the Stormtrooper gear. I thought that was cool. And just like the Stormtroopers on the art. And just like this is also in good shape. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a 9.8, but it's serviceable. So sweet comic. Picked up Star Wars 30. Also, I picked this one up in that same kind of vein. It's a newsstand. This is issue 37, and it looks like there's some type of lightsaber duel. At the bottom, it says Mortal Kombat. Right? In Mortal Kombat. So before the video game and the movie and the franchise, Mortal Kombat, right? They were using that phrase on the cover of a Star Wars comic book in the 70s or early 80s, whenever this one came out. This is issue 37, and it looks like they're setting up. You can see the, Vader's shadow. It's obviously Vader. I mean, that's all that was around at this time. There was no other, Sith Lords. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Emperor. But anyhow, it looks like you got Luke, R2, and Vader's shadow, and you get the lightsabers, extended. It's just a pretty cool point of view. There's like some space background. So, and again, this one is in, decent enough shape. Colors still has some color to it, so it's good. All right, looking at this next comic, I don't know what it is. Not even sure 100% why I bought this. It's just like an old book, not like super old, but I don't know. It says Batman's Detective Comics. It looks like it's number 464. Originally a 30-cent comic. And you guys know I don't have a ton of Batman stuff, and I like Batman. I can't collect everything, and Batman is like a very deep rabbit hole to start going down. Okay, so I just try to stay in my lane and not mess with Batman too much. But there is so much cool Batman stuff out there. In terms of this comic, it's just like an old Batman comic, an old Detective Comics. Not super old. He had older ones, guys. But like I said, this one is actually in like some somewhat decent condition. So this is issue 464, and he had a whole bunch of these Detective Comics in like the 400 ranges, all types of them, and they were all in different like sizes too. So the comic world was a little different back then. Let's see what else we picked up. Yeah, another hit on that Batman Detective Comics theme. This is issue number 484. Check it out. No board. But I picked this up. Let's actually take it out of the bag, because I want to, there's a sticker that's covering up some of the art, and I want to see it. Ooh. And this reminds me of my childhood. I used to watch Batman on TV, the classic Bam Pow with Adam West and whatnot. And, this artwork really reminds me of how things looked on that show. That Robin looks like the guy that played Robin. And these outfits, and, Alfred, whatever his name is, looks like the guy that I remember in that show. And the girl, too. What is her name? Batgirl. I can't even remember her name. I haven't read a Batman comic in a while. And it looks like she's crying because that's her dad. Alfred, I think his name's Alfred, right? That's her dad, and something happened to him. Now, what's cool, what you haven't seen possibly yet is the back. Check out the back of this, guys. Check this out, all the villains. Right? They're looking at Batman, they have a big X on him. You got the Joker, Catwoman, the Penguin, the Riddler, Scarecrow. A couple other guys in the back, maybe that's Two-Face? Harvey Two-Face, I don't know. And who's the other guy with that green collar? I'm not sure. Right? Check that out. Looks like they're drinking champagne. Very cool comic. And this is a newsstand. Again, this is issue 484. Now, it also says something about the origin of Robin. I don't know if that means it's a key. I doubt it, right? Why would I find a major key in a box? But there's that. And it keeps going. Guys, this, I guess, was like a hot book for a while. I've seen it in YouTube videos and those lists, right? Trending in top comics. West Coast Avengers #1. I mean, it says $5. Newsstand. I mean, did I get scammed? Is this a reprint or is this the real deal? It says 1984, 75 cents. Now, look at this edge. It's dirty. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like almost brown. So this is not in great condition. Let's look at the back, because I have not even looked at the back. And I don't know if this comic is worth anything. Like I said, I haven't done too much research on it. It's the last thing I expected to see in that bin. But let's check it out. Even like the board has some like residue, some stainage. How's it looking? Not bad. Not bad. And I apologize if you hear some sounds in the background. We do have some things going on. There's a lot of spine ticks on this. Definitely I see a lot of, I can count at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like spine ticks going all the way down. There's definitely some dirt. I don't see any major stains. Let's flip through it just a little bit. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if you would call these white or off-white. I have no idea. This has seen some better days, but like, I don't know. If someone said $5, would you buy it? West Coast Avengers #1, guys. It's not. There's no rips in it. It doesn't even need much of a press. I don't think a press would fix too much for this book. It just needs a cleaning. The back maybe could use a little press. All right, guys. I have 2 more books that I picked up. Check this one out. I couldn't believe I found this one. Like, that's what I mean. This was just crazy. So, do you guys know about this? It came out in 1990. Todd McFarlane did the cover art on this, right? It's that anti-drug book. Amazing Spider-Man. It's called Skating on Thin Ice. And this is issue 1. And it's like a 3-part series. And just check out that cover. I'll throw an image on the screen. but it's got like needles and pills and cigarettes, and there's like a vial or a test tube or whatever, beer bottles, beer cans, like whatever else is on here, like crazy. And like the art of Spider-Man actually looks really sick. He's like in that pose hanging on the webs. But I think this book had a little bit of a hot moment too. I remember seeing this come up in a YouTube video or something. There was a reason I knew to grab this for $3. Like, I think there's I did a little research on this particular book before I filmed this video, and I want to say there was like 184 copies on the census, and including, some of them are signed, about 40 copies signed, give or take, 130 maybe in the blue label. And of those, say, 180 books, only like 25% of these, even though it's from 1990, only 25% of these are 9.8s, and only like another 25% are like 9.6s. So this is kind of tricky to get in a 9.8. There's only like, I think, 40 or 50 copies, if that, out there. But I mean, it's still like, not the most expensive book of all time or anything. But I was surprised to find this in that bin. It's in decent shape. Well, how would I grade it? Let's take this one out of the bag too. I'm looking at it in the light. I mean, this would benefit from a press, no doubt about it. It's definitely got, one or two spine ticks that might not get pressed out. I don't know, depending on the success of the press. And the back just has like, it's not as brown as some of those other books that we looked at, but there's just like some like browning. It's just like, dirt and wear and fading and whatnot. But I don't see like a coffee spill or anything of that nature. There's like a little dot or something on this back cover. I'm not quite sure what that is, if that can be removed. So this would benefit from a pressing. I think it could still, when pressed, possibly pass for over a 9. So there might be some hope for this one. I don't know. This is, I'm just happy that we found this one. Honestly, I was like, I'm going through the box and I see it. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. So that was cool. And there were some other Todd McFarlane Spider-Man art books, but I just couldn't buy every comic. This was the last one. It is a Todd McFarlane art. They charged me $6 for this. It came out in 1991. And this is Spider-Man issue 6, right? We all know, I'm sorry, issue 8. We all know Spider-Man issue 1, right? So this was like the start of the run. Todd McFarlane, right, did that art, and this is issue 8. He's still doing the cover art at that point. But I picked this up, guys, because it's a newsstand, which, in the 90s, newsstands were getting much harder to find, so that's why I picked this up. This doesn't even have a board on it, so I was able to see the back. Also, again, it looks like it's in good condition. This just needs a new home, a new bag, a new board, and this is going to be nice. This could also, I think, get a nice grade. Again, I don't think it's a major key, but it's a piece of history, right? It's a Todd McFarlane newsstand from 91, where you just don't find that. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this content. It means so much in supporting the channel. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. It would really make my day. And it's a great way that you can show your support for the channel for free. So I do appreciate that. Have a great rest of the day, great weekend, great night, whatever you're doing, or whatever it is. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.